We invite you to watch the video on the Aquaculture Farm channel.
I first went fishing for sardines with a friend of my dad's called John when I was about 13 to 14 years old. We would go out just before dusk and have a look around the bay. John was a very experienced sardine fisherman and would carefully watch for signs of fish. When John was happy, we would shoot the nets in a line and then stop the engine so as not to frighten the fish. After an hour or two, when it was dark, we could start to pull the boat along the nets, taking the fish out as we went. A typical night's fishing might be 300 to 500 kilograms, but catches could exceed a ton. The sardine fishery was the most important fishery in Cornwall until the mid-20th century. The Cornish word for sardine is pilchard, which is how I was brought up calling them. Sardines are a classic taste of Cornwall, salty, fresh, and full of flavor. Sardine fishing in Cornwall has been done for hundreds of years in two main ways. A single boat would cast a row of drift nets hanging like a curtain from floats on the surface. This was how I first fished for sardines. The other method is a seine net, which traditionally required a higher degree of teamwork and coordination between several boats. Once the fish were trapped, 1-2 boats with a smaller tuck net would concentrate and retrieve the fish from within the seine and ferry them ashore. Nowadays we use a different fishing method, a purse seine or ring net, similar to the historical seine fishing but a more modern approach. The best time to shoot the net is dusk, when the fish tend to sit in concentrated shoals. The two vessels towing the net don't need doors to keep the net open because the lateral pull by the boats does that. Also, they can usually tow faster if they want to. Pair trawlers targeting caught off the New England coast reported catches up to 6 times what the average single trawler records. The crew draw in the purse line and draw this up to the boat, closing off the bottom of the net. This is why the net has to be 40 meters deep, as the mesh forms a wall around the fish and then curves along the seabed back up to the boat. The men start winding in the net using an overhead hauler. As they pull it in, the ring of net becomes smaller. This is where their second boat comes in handy, as it attaches a tow rope and it does the job of pulling the main boat sideways away from the net so it doesn't end up inside the ring.
Ven, toma, toma. Ven a ver. Dale, toma. Dale.
Los mosquetones queden aquí. Los mosquetones queden aquí. Así. Y entonces yo póngome ahí, uno metiendo el plomo, otro metiendo lo que es el paño, otro corto, y yo soltando mosquetones. Cuando ya veo que me tira del alador, suelto el mosquetón. Y preparo para soltar el otro. Vas soltando a medida que hasta que ya haces el cierre total. Una vez haces el cierre total, acorralas. Esta red, esta precisamente, si fueron haciéndola Eduardo y el padre, y después Liborio ayudólos también. Entrallaron la TT y Eugenio, entrallaron, tal, y después esta red ya la vamos alargando, no sé si 2 veces. Y de 2 veces que la vamos alargando, los cachos alargados, hicieron todo Liborio y tal. En el desmarres de aquí, esto tiro al agua y ya meterlo.
Now the job of emptying the net began. Using huge pan nets, called brailers, each suspended from a crane and lifted by halyards pulled by hydraulic winches, the fishermen scooped 120 kilos of fish out of the water at a time, water and scales flying, and into large insulated blue containers where they were mixed with ice and seawater.
Lo que yo la tira, hay que pasarla, toda por la jareta queda ahí tirada y una vez acabe ese tal, enrolles otra vez.
The The final fish were scooped out and the net stowed and we steamed for home. A few sardines fell out of the net and were pounced on by a cacophony of herring, gulls and gannets. I also spotted a gray seal munching one of the sardines that got away.